Have you ever felt like a woman likes you, but you just weren't sure? She looks at you a second longer than necessary, laughs a little too hard at your jokes, sometimes even touches your arm when she talks, but then again, maybe she's just friendly, right? And so you're stuck, wondering, overanalyzing, second-guessing. But what if I told you that Stoic wisdom, especially from Marcus Aurelius himself, holds the key to decoding these hidden signals? Because while women may not always say it with words, they speak loud and clear through their actions if you know how to see. In today's video, we're breaking down 11 subtle, yet powerful gestures that a woman shows when she secretly likes you. Signs backed not just by modern psychology, but also by timeless Stoic insight. But before we dive in, if you've ever struggled to understand women or felt blindsided by mixed signals, this video could change your love life. So watch until the very end, take notes, and learn to see what's been right in front of you the entire time. 1. She mirrors your movements without realizing it. Have you ever been sitting across from a woman, maybe at a coffee shop, or during a casual group hangout, and you suddenly notice she crosses her legs right after you do? Or maybe you lean your elbow on the table and seconds later she does the same. Now pause and think, has this ever happened to you? If it has, my friend, that moment might have meant more than you realized. Let me take you back. There was a time when you really liked someone. Maybe she wasn't the loudest in the room, but every time she looked at you, something shifted in the air. You laughed more. You listened closer. You became more alive. But here's what you didn't notice while you were lost in her eyes. She was mirroring you, not on purpose, not with intent, but because that's how attraction works at a subconscious level. Psychologists call it limbic synchrony. Marcus Aurelius would simply say, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When she's thinking about you, curious about you, feeling you, her body unconsciously reflects yours. It's like her soul is trying to say, I'm in rhythm with you. And here's the thing. This isn't some player trick or a dating gimmick. It's nature whispering you matter to her. So ask yourself, has any woman ever made you feel like the world slowed down when she was near? Like you weren't just in the room, you were the room? If so, go back and remember how she moved, how she sat, how she tilted her head when you did. Chances are, the signs were there all along. You just didn't know how to read them. But now you do. 2. She asks deep personal questions. Have you ever been with a woman who didn't just ask, how was your day? But instead asked, what's your biggest fear? Or what was your childhood like? Or even, if you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be? That's not small talk.
That's emotional curiosity.
That's interest at the soul level. You see, when a woman secretly likes you, she won't be satisfied knowing just the surface of who you are. She wants to peel back the layers. She wants to see the man beneath the mask. Let's bring this home. Think about that one woman, yes, her, the one who made you feel like time stood still when you talked. You opened up to her without even realizing. She asked you questions no one else had the courage to ask. And when you answered, she didn't flinch. She didn't judge. She listened. Now, Marcus Aurelius once said, look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up. But here's the twist. When she likes you, she starts looking into you too. Searching for that source, that strength, that story. And when she digs deeper, it's not for control, it's for connection. She asks those personal questions because your life matters to her. Your pain, your hopes, your scars, they fascinate her. She wants to feel emotionally safe with you. And asking these deeper questions is how she opens the gate. So ask yourself, has a woman ever made you stop and think about something you hadn't thought of in years? That wasn't just a conversation. That was attraction in disguise. And if she's doing that, my friend, her heart is already halfway yours. 3. She notices small changes in you. Have you ever walked into a room, maybe after a haircut or a long day, and one person, just one, noticed something about you that no one else did? Maybe your energy was off and she asked, are you okay today? Maybe you wore a new shirt and she smiled and said, that color looks good on you. Maybe you didn't even say a word, but she knew something was different. That is not coincidence. That is care. Now think about this. Has a woman ever noticed something small about you that even your best friends missed? That's not just awareness, it's affection with eyes wide open. Marcus Aurelius once said, he who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. When a woman secretly likes you, she starts to live in harmony with your world. She tunes into your mood, your changes, your silence. She begins to see not just your face, but your soul. You might think, why does it matter if she noticed my new cologne? But the truth is, it matters because she paid attention. In a world where most people are too busy scrolling, when a woman actually slows down to observe you, it means you're already living in her mind rent-free. She sees what others overlook, not because she's trying to impress you, but because you matter to her. You've become a part of her internal landscape, so think back. Who was that one woman who knew you were hurting before you said a word? Who complimented the smallest change like it was the biggest deal? She wasn't just being nice. She was showing you something powerful. Interest disguised as observation. She finds excuses to be near you. Have you ever noticed a woman who always just happens to be around you? You go to a group event and somehow she's always sitting near you. You're walking down the hallway, and she magically appears at the right time. You're at the gym, and she picks the treadmill next to yours, even though the whole row is empty. Coincidence, my friend? Nothing is accidental when it comes to desire. This is her way of creating proximity without pressure. She's not going to say, hey, I like you. Can I spend more time around you? Instead, she'll let the universe take the blame. Oh, I didn't realize you were here too. But deep down, she came looking for your presence. Now, Marcus Aurelius once wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When a woman secretly likes you, her thoughts begin to orbit you. She thinks about what it would be like to be near you, to laugh with you, to feel your energy, and so she makes it happen, without ever making it obvious. Here's a story you might relate to. Remember that one girl who always offered to help? Who asked for your advice on something small? Who showed up to your favorite cafe, accidentally, more than once? At the time, you brushed it off. But now looking back, wasn't it always you she was subtly gravitating toward? That was her heart trying to make space near yours. Women don't just drift toward men they find boring. They orbit the ones they admire, respect, and secretly desire. So ask yourself, who keeps randomly showing up in your world? It might not be random at all. She teases you, but gently. Have you ever had a woman playfully mock you, call you out for always being late, mimic your expressions, or laugh at your serious face during conversations? And here's the key, it's not mean-spirited. It's soft, flirtatious, intentional. That's not sarcasm. That's gentle teasing, and it's one of the oldest signs in the book that she's into you. Let me take you back. Maybe there was a woman in your past who always had a witty comment ready for you. You'd say something, and she'd raise an eyebrow, smirk, and throw it right back, but with a sparkle in her eyes. That wasn't her trying to knock you down. That was her inviting you into a private game. A little emotional sparring match only the two of you understood. Now here's where Stoicism comes in. Marcus Aurelius said, if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. A Stoic man does not get rattled by teasing. He doesn't overthink it or crumble under playful pressure. Instead, he stays grounded, calm, and even amused, because he sees what's really happening. She's testing your confidence, not to hurt you, but to see if you can hold your frame, to see if you can meet her playfulness without losing your cool. She wants to know if your masculinity can handle her fire. So let me ask you, has a woman ever teased you just a little, but smiled while doing it? Did you feel like the conversation had its own private rhythm? That's not banter, it's bonding. And if she keeps doing it, well, she's not pushing you away. She's pulling you closer, one laugh at a time. 6, she opens up about her vulnerabilities. Has a woman ever told you something that made you pause? Something painful, private, maybe even a little messy? Maybe she told you about her anxiety. Maybe she shared how her father walked out when she was young. Maybe she admitted she doesn't trust easily, but for some reason, she trusts you. Now think, what does it take for someone to open up like that? The answer is simple: emotional safety. When a woman secretly likes you, she doesn't just want your attention, she wants your presence. And if she feels emotionally safe around you, something inside her begins to crack open. She starts to tell you about the parts of herself that the world never sees. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." But when a woman begins to share her inner world with you, she's offering something sacred, something few men are allowed to see. She's not trying to impress you with perfection. She's trying to connect with you through truth. Let me take you into a moment you might remember. There was that one late-night talk. maybe in a car, or walking under city lights, and she looked at you, not just at you, but into you, and told you something raw. And for a second, you didn't know what to say, because deep down you knew this wasn't just a story, it was a gift. If a woman has ever opened up to you like this, even once, it wasn't random. It was a signal of trust, of interest, of a deeper connection trying to form. Don't overlook it. And she laughs even when you're not that funny. Have you ever said something that wasn't even that funny? Maybe a lame joke? A dry comment or something you thought would just slip under the radar. But then she laughed. Not a polite chuckle. A real glowing, eyes lighting up kind of laugh. You paused and thought, wait, that wasn't even my best material. And yet there she was, leaning in, smiling, reacting like you were the most entertaining man in the world. Why? Because when a woman secretly likes you, your presence makes her feel good, and laughter becomes the language of attraction. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you're in her thoughts, when she's feeling the warmth of your energy, everything you say becomes colored by that emotion. Even your simplest words carry more weight. This isn't about your comedy skills. It's about how she feels when she's around you. And when a woman laughs like that, she's saying, "You make me feel safe. You make me feel seen. You make me feel alive." Let's rewind for a second. Remember that woman who laughed too hard at your awkward joke? Who smiled when you messed up your words? Who made you feel funnier than you actually were? That wasn't her being polite. That was her falling under your energy. Her laughter was her way of saying, "I like being around you. I like who I am when I'm near you." So don't dismiss it, because when a woman starts laughing like that, it's not the joke that's funny. It's you. She defends you when you're not around. Have you ever found out, maybe through a friend or just by accident, that a woman stood up for you when you weren't even in the room? Maybe someone was criticizing your idea, joking about your personality, or downplaying your accomplishments, and she spoke up. She didn't let it slide. She corrected them. She had your back even when you weren't there to hear it. Now pause and think about that. That's not surface-level affection. That's loyalty blooming in silence. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And when you walk that path, when you carry yourself with quiet, strength, some women see it and honor it. They respect your presence so deeply that they protect it in your absence. And here's the thing, she's not doing it to win points. She's not trying to impress you because you don't even know it's happening. She's doing it because you matter to her, because somewhere along the way, without even announcing it, her heart picked a side, yours. Now remember, was there ever a woman who defended your name, who shut down a rumor, who reminded people of your worth when they tried to downplay it? That wasn't just kindness. That was unspoken affection, quiet commitment, emotional loyalty. You see, when a woman is indifferent, she stays silent. But when she cares, she gets protective. And the moment you find out she defended you behind closed doors is the moment you realize she's not just attracted to you, she respects you. And what she does next, it's physical, subtle, and it leaves a lasting imprint on your soul. 9, she touches you subtly and often. You're sitting next to her, maybe at a cafe, maybe during a casual conversation. You crack a joke and she lightly places her hand on your arm as she laughs. It's not dramatic, it's not obvious, but it lingers. Later you're walking side by side and her hand grazes yours accidentally, or maybe not. She leans in when she talks, brushes a piece of lint off your shoulder, or playfully nudges you when you say something bold. If this has ever happened to you, my friend, you felt it. That electric pulse, that magnetic pull, that unspoken message wrapped in a touch. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." But even he would acknowledge this. A gentle touch from someone who admires you can awaken something profound within. You see, touch is primal, ancient. Before we spoke words, we touched to connect, to say, "I see you, I feel safe with you." So when a woman finds small ways to touch you and does it often, she's trying to close the distance between you, physically and emotionally. It's her way of testing the connection without saying a word. Now think back. Was there a woman who always gave you high fives that lingered too long? Who fixed your collar? Who hugged you just a second longer than necessary? She wasn't being nice. She was sending silent signals saying, "I feel something when I'm near you." Do you feel it too? And if you're grounded, if you respond not with neediness but with quiet strength, you become irresistible because you didn't flinch. You received. And the next sign? It's quieter but even more intimate. 10. She remembers things you forgot you said. Have you ever been caught off guard when a woman reminded you of something you barely remember saying? Maybe weeks ago you casually mentioned that your mom loves sunflowers. And then, out of nowhere, she sends you a picture of a sunflower bouquet saying, "Thought this might make her smile." Or maybe you told her about a childhood dream, something silly, like wanting to be an astronaut, and weeks later, she jokes about it like it's an inside thing only you two share. You hear her say it and it stuns you, because you forgot, but she didn't. That, my friend, is not an accident. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The memory of everything is very soon overwhelmed in time." But when a woman remembers the details you've long let go of, she's not clinging to trivia, she's treasuring you. You're not just passing through her mind, you've taken root there. And here's the beauty of it. She's not trying to win you over. She's not performing. She remembers because she listens differently. She listens with interest, with emotion, with care. This isn't just attraction. This is connection in the quietest form. So think about it. Was there a woman who remembered your favorite band without you ever telling her twice? Who brought up your dog's name from a story you told once half asleep? Who asked about your job interview 2 weeks later without you mentioning it again? That's not small talk. That's a woman showing you, you matter to me more than you know. She's invested, focused, listening with her heart. And what she does next? It's not even about you, but about how she reacts when other women enter the picture. The last sign is the most revealing of all. Keep going. 11. Her energy changes when other women are around you. You're in a group setting, laughing, talking, and then another woman walks up and starts engaging you. Maybe she touches your arm, maybe she compliments your outfit, maybe she just lingers a little too long. And then, you feel it, the shift. The woman you were originally talking to suddenly goes quiet. Her smile fades just a bit, she starts fidgeting, looks away, or even overcompensates, laughing louder, acting overly friendly or completely withdrawing. That, my friend, is unspoken jealousy, and it's one of the most revealing signs that a woman secretly likes you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." So what does a Stoic man do when this happens? He doesn't gloat. He doesn't play games. He observes, because when her energy shifts around other women, it means you've claimed real estate in her emotional world. She's watching the territory now. She's feeling things she hasn't said out loud yet. This isn't about drama, it's about desire. Let's rewind. Remember that one woman who was warm and open until another girl got a little too close to you? She might have suddenly cracked a sarcastic joke, or crossed her arms, or left the room altogether. At the time, you were confused. But now, you understand. That shift wasn't random, it was instinctive. Protection of what she already sees as valuable. You. Her silence. Her posture. Her sudden change in tone, it all says, "I care. I just don't know how to say it yet." And now that you've seen all 11 signs, you're no longer guessing. You're reading between the lines, calmly like a Stoic with clarity, confidence, and quiet power. Final words. If you noticed even 3 or 4 of these signs in a woman's behavior, there's a high chance she's into you. But here's the Stoic twist. What you do next matters more than what she shows. Do you chase? Do you rush in? Or do you remain centered, composed, rooted in self-respect? Marcus Aurelius would remind us. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. So don't obsess over decoding every smile or message. Simply show up as your grounded, purposeful self, and let her attraction grow naturally around your strength. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,